Hey, bros, mofos, the hell's going down? Stonely back here today on Cod of War Part 6, where we will be exploring the Atlas Titan. In Part 5, we just defeated the small kind of mini-game series of fighting, what's his name? Icarus, and we took his wings, so we're freshly equipped with the wings of Icarus, and we fell into the underworld where Atlas is holding the world up. Now, we actually get to explore a little bit more about the story of Atlas and his past with Kratos in the next game we'll be playing, which is God of War, Chains of Olympus. And in Chains of Olympus, alright, you gotta be careful here, it's kind of hard to make that jump. I thought I had it. Anyway, so in Chains of Olympus, I don't want to spoil too much, but it is a side story, just like Ghost of Sparta, and then we'll be playing God of War 3, but those two side stories are really interesting. I accidentally just fell again, damn it. Anyway, so here at the end of this Atlas level, we'll have a cutscene where we talk to Atlas, and Atlas is kind of salty about how he feels about Kratos because of what Kratos has done to him in the past. Basically, the story of Atlas is that I think it was Zeus banished him. Pretty much Zeus banished all the Titans, but he forced Atlas after the Great War to hold the earth on his shoulders as torment. Well, in the story of Kratos, he actually, I guess, what is it, the goddess, who did it actually? It was oh, Persephone, the Hades' wife, freed Atlas to destroy the world because Persephone's salty about the gods betraying her and making her marry Hades. And anyway, yeah, I don't know, the whole story of Kratos and everything that has to do with him in this universe is really juicy, and I guess we're here to explore that. So if you guys are just tuning in for the first time in the series, this is Cod of War because I am playing bonus mode with the Cod costume on, so I am a fish Kratos. We do have all of the urns of power activated, except for the two that you unlock in the Challenge of the Gods. So we do have, let's see, Infinite Magic, Infinite Titan Rage, 10 times the red orbs, and our weapons have the ability to turn enemies into stone just by hitting them. So this gameplay isn't about me beating the game on the hardest difficulty or anything. It's just me playing through it as fast as possible to show you guys the story of Lord Kratos and how he became the God of War. Basically leading up to the new God of War that will be out soon. If some of you guys are watching this, maybe it already came out. But for me, at the time of making this video, it comes out in just a few days, so we're all very excited about that, I think. And really there's no point in me getting all of these red orbs, but I'm gonna do it anyway just because I don't really know if there's much else better to do with my time. Like, there aren't any more collectibles, so I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to turn down red orbs. It's like engraved into me, like I'm supposed to do this. Alright, so I will be using Kratos' Rage a lot, which we unlocked at the Steeds of Time a few episodes ago. This is a 10-part series, so there's not a whole lot longer. There's not a whole lot more to it. And just make sure you guys, if you guys are playing this, if you guys are watching this for the walkthrough and not the story, that part, all you have to do is destroy those nests, those little harpy nests. The first time around I didn't know that, so they just kept coming out hurting me. Alright, so I wanted to point out that was the Urn of Power of Atlas that gives us infinite rage mode. Since I already collected it, all it does is give you more red orbs. But if you guys are wondering, that chest we unlocked in there was the hidden Urn of Power for Atlas for infinite rage mode. Man, I'm really excited to be playing these new ones. It is awesome that, I think it's really awesome for me to be able to play through the God of Wars because I've always missed them. Switching from PS2 to Xbox 360 and never playing a PS3 or a PS4. I finally got my hands on a PS3 and I went ahead and bought all of the God of War games in hopes to beat them before the new God of War comes out. And for the new God of War, I am going to have to buy a PS4. So hopefully I can find one for cheap. But if not, I think I might just go ahead and get that bundle, the PS4 God of War bundle. This is a whole lot easier if you're in bonus play because you can go into rage mode constantly and just keep doing the Kratos' rage thing to keep him off of you. Otherwise, you're gonna have to fight them off constantly and keep pushing the lever back. Basically, you have to get it high enough to where you can jump and glide over to the other one there. And with these, if you guys are playing this for the walkthrough, it's best to make sure you jump from the high point of it. You know how they're swinging? If it's swinging to the left, make sure you jump from the left side of it since it's the higher point of it to make sure that you actually land where you're trying to land. So I do have a little bit of insight into the games after this because I have been playing those and actually beat them and already have the gameplay recorded for them. So I have beat the next one and the one after that we're going to be playing, which are the two God of Wars released on PSP, the side stories. They're still really interesting and juicy, and they kind of fill in some of the gaps that aren't really explained elsewhere. But man, they are cool. Chains of Olympus is set before God of War 1 and tells the story of, basically it leads up to how Atlas was down there and how Kratos actually gets to come in contact with his daughter Calliope for a little bit of the game. And I don't know, it tells some other juice. And then Ghost of Sparta is actually set after God of War 1, before God of War 2. And I just beat that today, the day of making this video. And it's really cool. You get to fight Thanatos, and you find Kratos' brother Deimos, which I think is awesome. Kratos actually has a brother that he didn't know was still alive. Gods lied to him. And it kind of leads up to God of War 2 and how Kratos is so, I don't know, salty about the other gods and stuff, and why he doesn't like them and stuff like that. So there's a lot of juice here in the Kratos universe, and I cannot wait. I have a theory, and I don't know if it's like a theory that other people have already had, because I haven't really looked at many other people. I haven't looked at anybody's video or God of War videos that they've been making, but I have a theory that if you guys are familiar with what's going on with who Kratos' dad is, which we'll actually find out at the end of God of War 2 here, the thing is, Zeus, which, sorry if this is a spoiler to you guys, but this is all things Kratos. We will be revealing everything sooner or later. Zeus is actually Kratos' dad. And Zeus, if you guys are familiar with the story of Zeus and how he killed his dad, Kronos the Titan, then you guys know that, well, I don't know, I mean, that Zeus killed his dad, Kronos the Titan. And Zeus is afraid that the cycle is to continue with his son Kratos killing him. So I don't know if I should take it as far as to say, if that cycle is true and Kratos kills Zeus, well, I'll wait till the end of this cutscene, if there is a cutscene.
You dare show your face to me after what you have done?
Yeah, I'll let Atlas talk before continuing my little theory here.
Why would I ever trust a servant of Zeus? Kratos, still the arrogant and foolish warrior. You have not changed. And how do you plan to defeat the king of the gods?
By taking the blade of Olympus back and driving it into Zeus's heart. It holds the power I once wielded as the God of War.
The blade of Olympus? I have not heard that name in many years. Since the end of the Great War. Bloodlust and power raged within Zeus. His desire to rule over mortals was intolerable to us. The war between the Titans and the Olympians forged the landscape of the mortal world. It was a war that we knew the Titans must win. If we lost, it would mean an end to the golden age of the Titan rule. Peace and prosperity for mankind would be no more. The battle continued despite my capture. Then Zeus created a powerful weapon to end the Great War. A weapon forged from the heavens and the earth. The Blade of Olympus.
I banish you to the darkest pits of Tartarus!
I awoke in the torment of the underworld, banished to the darkest pits of Hades. I would have destroyed Zeus if you had not put me here, slave of the gods.
I no longer do the bidding of the gods, Atlas! I have stomached their betrayal for the last time! Show me the way to the sisters, and I will kill Zeus once and for all!
Okay, so like I said earlier, we will see what Atlas means by I would have killed Zeus had you not put me here, slave of the gods. Talking to Kratos, because Kratos did put Atlas in his torment of holding the earth, as Atlas, thanks to Persephone, was about to destroy the world along with Olympus. So he would have destroyed everything, and now he has to hold it up. Or he dies, so.
What Gaia says is true, Ghost of Sparta. You are a powerful warrior and a worthy ally of the Titan.
Then tell me how to find the temple of the Sisters of Fate!
None, not even the Titan, know how to reach the Sisters' Temple. But it is said he who finds it will wield great power. I have given you the last of my magic, Spartan, and I will help you across the great chasm. But that is all I can offer. May fate grant you passage, Kratos. For many rely on your success.
Alright, so I'll expand a bit more on my theory now. What I was saying was, Zeus fears that Kratos will kill him, which I do believe he does, just as Zeus killed his dad, Kronos. So I'm hoping this isn't true. But my theory is possibly that in the new God of War, or maybe even a few God of Wars to come, if this cycle is to be the truth, Kratos might end up dying by his son Atreus. I don't know. I don't know if this is a theory that's already out there, but it just dawned on me earlier today that maybe that's a possibility if you know, if the cycle of killing the fathers is real. Okay, so I forgot what I was doing here. But, there's actually a lever right here. On the right side? Yeah, I see it over here. I don't know why I'm stuck up there. Anyway, you just pull it this way, and another lever will show up, and you'll just grab it and keep running back and forth until finally there is an opening there in that gate. Like I said, you'll have to do it a couple times, but anyway, dudes, more about that theory. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it's not true. Or like, I don't know. It'd be crazy, but it'd also be a nice way of keeping the God of War franchise going, and kind of, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say that I would like that, but I mean, I don't know. Alright, to me, this part is a little bit irritating. You can see, like, there are special rooms to the sides with chests, but don't worry about any of those because you run a chance of dying. What we need is to wait for the opening to come to this section that I'm standing at now, and we'll pull that thing out to block the thing from moving around like it is, and then the gates will all open, and we'll be able to get all the chests with red orbs and stuff like that right here. Which, like I said before, I'm not worried about red orbs, but if you guys want to grab them, I would wait till we block that all off first. So anyway, dudes, that's it for part 6. Stay tuned for part 7. Hopefully you guys agree with my theory. Hopefully it's not true, but anyway, dudes, I will catch you guys on the flip-flop.